And what about the culture vulture thing?
Another word for honky.
Right.
You know what I mean? Honky, cracker. I mean, it goes across the board. Like, this is something that white people have been called for decades and decades. And so, and the thing about it is that when you look at the other people in hip hop who are also called culture vultures, Steve Rifkin, who I worked with for a long time, Leo Cohen, who I know, like, these are massive contributors to the culture, more so than me.
Like without Steve Rifkin, you don't have Wu-Tang, you don't have the
Big
licks.
Pun,
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia, Akon. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
And then somebody could say, well, he's just the slave master, the plantation owner, but he's cut from the cloth.
No, he's cut from the cloth.
Yeah.
And if you really look, because I was at SRC when all this was happening, like, yeah, Akon is a superstar now, but when he first came out, this African kid, who dressed a little weird, who kind of had a look that people weren't used to, Locked Up was not an instant hit.
Right.
Akon went on a promo tour for a year and a half that Steve Rifkin financed himself through his company, city to city to city. Think about how much money gets spent on a promo run like that. Until finally Locked Up got, had some sort of traction, and then he had a bunch of other songs, and then he had a song with Eminem, and next thing you know, he's a global superstar. But it took someone like a Steve Rifkin to really believe in an artist and see that vision before everyone else does and put money and resources behind it that takes away from other easy established acts to actually break a new artist, which is the hardest thing to do in music. Let's just keep it 100. Like, if you talk about business-wise, you would have way more financial success with scratch-off lottery tickets than trying to break a new artist.
Yeah.
Scratch-off lottery tickets is a better financial decision than to try to break a brand new artist. I'm not talking about signing Jay-Z. Yeah, you sign Jay-Z, and of course he's going to go multi-platinum. I'm talking about someone nobody's ever heard of, and you're like, I think this person is a star. That's an unbelievably hard thing to pull off. And you saw Steve Rifkin pull that off over and over again. You saw Leo Cohen pull that off at Def Jam when he started to run Def Jam when Russell Simmons stepped aside. All these acts under his umbrella, DMX, I believe, was Jay-Z under his umbrella?
Under Leor? Yeah, he was a Def Jam guy over there.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as like before he running the label too.
All these people, Rihanna, Neo, like all these people, if these guys are culture vultures and I'm a culture vulture, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.